The first time Sri Lanka witnessed electricity was on a ship. On the 26th of June 1882, the SS Helios displayed an electric light while docked in the Colombo harbour. The country's second experience with electricity was several years later, in 1890, when the first electric bulb was lit in Ceylon at the billiard room at Bristol Hotel, Colombo Fort, with power generated from a diesel generator. Soon after, electric lights became an established commercial product, used most commonly in plantation estates owned and run by British colonizers. In 1895, Messrs. Boosted Brothers established Sri Lanka's first public electricity supply in Colombo in Bristol Building Fort. The power station was the first commercial power station in the country and served a few mercantile offices, government buildings, and streets in the fort area. The company also established Electricity Ordinance No. 5, the first act addressing the supply of electricity in the country. In 1898, the Petta Power Station, a thermal power station, was established in Colombo, the second power station in the country. It was eventually acquired by the Colombo Electric Tramways and Lighting Company, which, along with the Kandy Lighting Company, met most of the island's electrical needs in the early 20th century. In 1918, the engineer DJ Wimala Surendra submitted a report outlining the potential of the hill country to generate hydropower. Wimala Surendra is known as a pioneer of electricity in Sri Lanka, although the British government in Ceylon at the time initially rejected his proposal. With the support of nationalists and journalists, he convinced them to execute his proposed hydropower generation project, resulting in the Laksapana hydropower station being established in 1924. The station was short-lived, however, due to a lack of funding. In the meantime, from 1920 onwards, local authorities began supplying electricity from diesel generators in areas such as Gampaha, Ja'ela, Avistawala, and Menuwangoda. In 1926, a separate department for electricity was set up under the Deputy Director of Public Works Department in order to meet the growing demand for electricity. In 1929, a thermal power station, the Stanley Power Station, was commissioned, supplying 16 towns with electricity by the end of the year. In 1935, the Electricity Board of Ceylon was established under the Electricity Board Ordinance No. 35. The board's functions commenced in 1936, only for it to be dissolved a year later in 1937, with all of its responsibilities transferred to the Department of Government Electrical Undertakings. Sri Lanka gained independence in 1948, and in 1950, the Laksapana hydropower station, abandoned in 1924 due to insufficient government patronage, was finally completed. The government also made an effort to decentralize electricity supply and distribution, setting up regional offices in Nuwara, Negombo, Panadura, and Peradeniya, among others. On the 1st of November 1969, the Ceylon Electricity Board was established under Parliament Act No. 17 of 1969. The board has overseen the generation, supply, and distribution of electricity in Sri Lanka ever since.